Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Got some very exciting news for you about the Truthseeker Network Revolution. Also, got some good news about my upcoming book and also merchandise, which will be available soon. A lot of people asking for t shirts and bumper stickers. News on all of those things. Let's start with the Truthseeker Network Revolution. This weekend, I got a huge surprise. Two young gentlemen in North Carolina, they have been building the website, the application that I dreamt up about a month ago when I began this campaign. Again, about a month ago, I said, let's build the social media network for truth seekers so that we can feel less isolated, we can get more organized, we can find out who's in our community that's truth seeking, we can make new friends, new alliances, and ultimately we can organize and take our presence from the internet to our communities. The worst part about being a truth seeker is feeling isolated, being demonized by our friends, our families. There are a lot of truth seekers out there. It's just we're not in contact with each other. So this app, it's about building that network, that organization. The problem right now in this world is the people who are working against us, they are organized, and we, the masses, are not. Not even those of us who are awake and truth-seeking. So this application, all about changing that. And this is just the beginning, the website and the app. I am hoping that I can turn what I'm doing into something that generates enough revenue so that I can start going city to city, speaking, promoting awareness, and getting more people involved. We have to, as truth seekers, awake more people. We must grow our numbers. That's why I've been working nonstop for 3 years straight, without pay, doing this work, raising awareness, waking up people who weren't awake before. All of you who've come here and said, my work is finally what got you to wake up, there's a lot more people in this world just like you, and we can do the exact same thing for them. And when enough of us are awake, we can change this world for the better. Here we are, 2016. We're going into the next presidential administration. My hope, my goal, my aspiration is that this election, what we just witnessed, will be the last election where it's truly a selection. Someone who was born and bred to be an agent put in place for agenda, deceiving the masses. This will be the last election or selection that way, because by 2020, the Truthseeker Network Revolution, it'll be massive. People will be awake. There'll be no more of this. So Truthseeker Network Revolution, because two young gentlemen reached out to me. They have built a very professional website, a very professional app. It is almost finished. Last night over Skype, they gave me a tutorial of how this is going to work. It looks truly almost exactly like Facebook, but not only is it just like Facebook with pretty much all the functionality, it has the other things. Able to see who's in your region that's part of this. They even built in a gematria calculator, and they're working on the database right now so that everybody's entries will get archived and essentially become a fluid database of words and numbers so we can quickly match pairs, match words by numbers, by letter count. The people who are building this website, this app, they heard exactly what I was talking about a month ago when I promoted this, and they built it better than I could have asked for, and it's almost finished. So we're going to have the Truthseeker Network Revolution website and app available very soon. I'm not putting a date on it, but it is very close to being finished. And as soon as it's finished, I will be promoting it with the website. The website probably will not be called Truthseeker Network Revolution because it's too long of a name. We'll find a shorter, compact name that's what this is about. So anyway, that's almost done. These young men, they said they did this not for money. They did it because they heard the call. They wanted to make it happen. They want this reality, just like so many of us want this reality. However, there's going to be money to run the website because if we get a lot of subscribers, we're going to need to pay for the right hosting to make sure this website functions properly, strong, professionally. So we're going to be using the money to maintain the website. We're also going to be using the money to further this cause. So the money right now is a sitting bank. It's going to take care of the fees and expenses that we've already incurred for this website and for the upcoming hosting fees. Whatever money is left over will be saved for the next project that is part of this mission. On my radio show, for example, this past week, I talked about, what's the next step? Once we're organized, then what? And what I said is, there's places like Detroit, Michigan, where there's abandoned homes by the thousands. And these homes really sell for pennies on the dollar. You can literally buy a home for $10,000 or less. Imagine if we, the Truthseeker Network, start saving our money. And just imagine this. Right now, about 35,000 people are subscribed to my channel. Imagine if all of us saved $1,000 a year and we had a mission. Over the next year, we're all going to save $1,000, and then we're going to come together and we're going to buy up these properties in Detroit or a related community in a similar situation, and we're going to essentially create Truthseekerville, a community where people are living together with the same purpose, knowing each other, working together, promoting truth, growing fruits and vegetables, bringing back local agriculture, having people looking out for the greater community, sharing skills, knowledge. This is the way we're going to take the world back. So the Truthseeker Network Revolution, it starts with this website and app. Where it goes from there, we'll dictate. But the things I'm thinking about are creating a real community that people can be a part of, that's sustainable, that's feasible. The gentlemen who built this website, they have the same goals and aspirations. So that's the first part of the news. Also, if I didn't say so already, thank you so much to everyone who has donated to make this a possibility. So grateful. There's $7,164 raised here, and with the money that's been given directly to my PayPal also for this cause, we're right at about $8,000. We're just under $8,000. So thank you to everyone who has donated. If we can raise more money, we'll have more money to further this project, take it further. Get the word out there. I'm thinking maybe what we should do is find somebody who's really good with video editing, making a quick commercial, and promoting the Truthseeker Network Revolution. Get a little ad out there about this. We need to grow our numbers. So we'll figure out the most efficient way to do that with the money raised. Okay, there's the update with the Truthseeker Network Revolution. Now, regarding my book, my plan was to bring out the book this summer. Then I saw how bizarre things were getting with the election. I said I want to wait until the election is all wrapped up to put out the book. The election is just about all wrapped up. We've had the election. It'll be interesting to see what happens up until Inauguration Day. Here's what's going on with the book. I have typed out so many pages. I have literally over 1,200 written pages. I have even more than that. I've written other chapters and I haven't even counted the pages. I have so much written content. I put out the book to several different people who were supposed to edit, get back to me. Most people didn't come back with any feedback. Nobody followed through with the editing like they said they would. The people who did get back to me, the feedback was mostly, the people who follow my work, they really liked it. But people who I asked to share the work with, share it with people, their friends, their family who were on the fence. Almost everybody who did that for me, who went and took what I wrote and just shared some of it with people, almost everyone just shrugged at him and said, yeah, this stuff's just all coincidence. You can manipulate numbers. You can make, numbers into any pattern. The same people who come to my work and just brush it off without even thinking about it. So I had to go back to the drawing board and I said, you know what? If the way I've written this still allows so many people to shrug this off so easily, I need to write this even more convincingly. I need even more convincing information. I need to make this book even more undeniable. And trust me, what's already written is or should be undeniable. But since writing all of that, since getting that feedback, even more's happened. I've come even further in this study. I am now rewriting the book. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put out a 200-page book. It's going to be the first book that I make. It's going to be 200 pages or less. And the reason I'm doing that is because I've looked into publishing costs, and a book that's 200 pages or less, this is pretty much the way all publishers go, a book that's that length costs a lot less to print. So I can make this book very affordably. It can be priced very inexpensively. It'll be cheaper to ship. It'll be cheaper for me to haul around in the back of my car if I end up driving throughout the nation doing book tours, selling out of the back of my car, whatever I got to do to promote the word. But anyway, I'm also going to be putting out digital copies. With all the additional written content, I've decided what I'm going to do. After I put out this first book, and after I generate some revenue for sales, I'm going to take all the other written content and put them into specialized books. So for example, there'll be a book just on false flag shootings over the decades. There'll be another book on the history of this nation, all the wars by the numbers over the years. There'll be one on sports. There'll be one on celebrity deaths. You see, I have all this written content on all of these different topics. The introductory book, what it's going to do is it's going to take the best of all of those different topics and put it in 200 pages. It's going to teach gematria. It's going to teach numerology. It's going to teach numbers to look for, numbers to know. And then it's going to give you a taste of everything else. And it's going to be a quick read. It's going to be a powerful read. It's going to be beyond undeniable. Then all of these other books will come out after, specialized on the topics. So you want to read about the history of false flag shootings. You want to wake your friends and family up to how we've been lied to from Columbine, Sandy Hook, and a million others. This, that will be the book. You want to see how we've been lied to and how wars have been made by the numbers by this gang of Freemasons and Zionist bankers and Jesuits over the years? You're going to have that book. So there's going to be a lot coming. And I'm going to make all of these books available in paperback and digital copy. These are all things I'm going to be working on. They're going to be coming out one after the other. Also right now, out of my own pocket, I paid my friend to start building another website, and he's also an artist. He's making designs for t-shirts, from Truthseeker to Coincidence Theorist to Gematria. We have a cool They Live t-shirt. They live with the glasses and the parallel with Gematria. There's going to be a lot of nice t-shirts coming out, bumper stickers. I'm thinking about making a bookmark with Gematria on it if you guys want it. I don't know who really reads today. That's the other thing with the book. I realize most people don't read. So I have to make this book short enough, concise enough, interesting enough, exciting enough that it hooks the mind of, the average person who mostly doesn't read. I'm hoping this book, though, makes people want to read who don't normally read. And, it's going to be a page turner from start to cover. So that's the news with the Truthseeker Network Revolution, the book, the merchandise. Here's the other thing that's cool. Jeff Young from Music Without Boundaries. I'll link his show tonight, 7:11 p.m. Pacific, 10:11 Eastern, every Monday night. I'm not going to be on there this week, but he always has a good show. Jeff is debating on moving up here and becoming my neighbor, truly. I introduced him to my friend who's about his age, who's a career musician. These guys had a conversation. They hit it off. They like each other's style, their musical ability. Jeff is seriously thinking about coming up here and collaborating with my friend and making a Gematria album. A music album that's entirely about Gematria. If you don't know Jeff, Jeff's the musician, former guitarist for Megadeth, coming up here with my buddy, also a musician, has a band. And my buddy's also really into this Gematria thing. They're truly thinking about making an album to promote Gematria. And if Jeff comes up here, there's a lot of things him and I can do. Maybe even a daily radio show. So A lot's on the horizon. For you truth seekers, when I first promoted this idea, a big part of it was going to Washington, D.C., promoting the truth, making a documentary on the streets, interviewing people. If you still want Jeff and I to travel to D.C. and to make that documentary, let your voice be heard. That's still on the table, but from what I heard from most people is they want the app, they want the website, they want the way to network, so that's where the resources are going first. And if I get this merchandise out and it sells and revenue comes in, I'll just turn this into a road show, start traveling around, let you guys know when I'm going to be in your city, where the location's going to be at, have speaking events. There's a whole lot more, I want to be doing with this. We live in times where more people need to be waking up. We're being led more and more to the cliff each day. It's why Donald Trump has been selected as the president. This movement's about undoing all the wrong, putting us on the right path, a path that I don't think, honestly, we've ever been on as a nation in any of our lives. We've been living out this agenda that gets worse and worse by the day. Enough's enough. It's time to turn the tide. So again, thank you to everyone who's donated. This money right now, it's going to get the projects done, but in the future, to take this work further, we're going to need more money. This website, it's going to cost something to maintain. If it has massive subscribership, it's going to take the appropriate kind of hosting, We want this website to always be functioning, operational, clean, quick loading times. At this day and age, those types of things are important to people. And we are trying to attract the masses. Truth seekers, our numbers are not big enough yet. So there's the update, Truth Seeker. Thank you as always. If you want to contribute, down in the description, the Truthseeker Network Revolution. I'll also link my PayPal. Some people would rather donate over PayPal than to this. Thank you again. You're all appreciated. The link for Jeff's show tonight. Also, remember, I'm on every Wednesday night, Truth Frequency Radio. Every Wednesday, 6 to 9 Pacific, 9 to 12 Eastern. Till next time, Truth Seekers.